Hey there YouTube, Chris for the Handegard channel. Star date, Rogue River, August 8th, 2015. You might be asking yourself the same question I am. What the hell am I doing back in the river? I sold my dredge and got the hell out of Dodge. Well, partner Alan and I, who's got a big story to tell you in a second, are going to first of all excavate around this irrigation pipe to clear our tailings so that we're good stewards of the environment and the folks that live here and clear away their intake pipe. So that's our first job this morning.
Because the police want us to too.
That's right. He's going to tell you about that. Then we're going to go down and prospect out in the river somewhere there. We'll tell you more about that later.
This is Alan for the Bearcat channel, right? Not Handegard. Anyway, so we're using a brand new camera that I had to buy at Costco the other day because I lost my camera because the police showed up and harassing me. Deputy sheriff showed up first. Well, he was an asshole with the landowner about this pipe that we tried to take care of. And pretty much, long story short, man, he was an asshole right out of the gate. I was out here in the river, about 50 feet out. He actually pulls my line like this. Him and the landowner pulling my dredge forward like this, right? So my nozzle was flipping around in my hand underwater. I'm like, what's going on here? And I look back and my dredge is hitting my ass in fast water. Dredges don't motor like that forward. So I look up and these guys are like this. And they let go of it like that. And my dredge went boing, boing, boing. And this line could have snapped, man. I've been 2 miles down the river. That's assault to me. Anyway, the guy's like, come here, come here. I'm like, it takes a while to get out of the river. All this crap. Anyway, he's really hostile. The first thing, we met here at the bank a few minutes later. He's like, his first thing he said was, where's your gas? Where you gassing up at? I'm like, gas is here. Yeah, I'm gassing up on the dredge, duh. And the third thing I said was, well, you just want to start some trouble out here, don't you? He's like, I don't want to start trouble. He didn't mention anything about the pipe. That's why they were here. Anyway, we were arguing, man. I was pissed off because he was being an asshole. And the landowner was here. The management guy was here. We were right over here in the bushes, too. And he's like, I'm going to cite you. This is after 10, 15 minutes of arguing. Then he finally tells me why they were there after about 20 minutes. That I was tying up overnight to this pipe here, just for security. It wasn't tied or anything, just in case this line breaks, I would have this backup line. Anyway, so I told him my gas is in that tan tub right there. That's where my gas is, right? And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna cite you for filling your dredge up on the river. I was like, you don't know the rules, dude. Deputy sheriff guy. You don't go to the DEQ meetings, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I was like, what are you gonna cite me for again? Filling your dredge up on the water and not having your gas 25 feet. If you don't, 25 feet from the shore. If you don't have your gas 25 feet from the shore, you can put it in a tub, a closed container, which I did. I go by the rules. Anyway, I said, I'm not telling you my name. I'm not accepting your citation. I don't accept your authority over my name. Call the state police. Bye. And he's like, we got a 2310 here, something like that in his radio. I'm like, great, the SWAT team's going to show up here. Fantastic. Anyway, I was like, I don't recognize your authority. I'm going to get my camera to start recording you. So I walk out to my dredge. It was about 50 feet out here. And by the time I got to the dredge, I looked back and they were walking away. I'm like, cool. I was like, so the SWAT team's going to show up or they are going to call the state police. And it was like an hour and a half later. I took lunch and I was freaking out. I was mad, you know. So I started putting my weight belt on out here on the tailing pile. And right when I got the first one on, the state police showed up with the deputy sheriff, with the property management guy. I'm like, yay, the state police is here. I'm like, yay. He's like, what? I was actually glad to see him because they're always really nice, you know. And I walk over here and he asked for my permit, showed him the permit. I started recording with my camera on the dredge, walking over here. So we start not arguing. I started talking to the state police and he started talking to me. And I was hammering the deputy sheriff right in front of me. Anyway, long story short, I got all that on video, 30 minutes. Then they left. I didn't get cited because I won. I had all the paperwork there, all the rules there, blah, blah, blah. And so I was really mad, you know, the whole day was shot. Plus, I went out here and dredged about 40 more minutes after the police left. And the rich deposit is gone. The one me and Chris were arguing over, fighting over, mining together over. Almost lost our friendship over. Found a lot of gold together. It's gone. I had one more foot to dredge, and I dredged through it, and all of a sudden hand cobbles. So I dredged 12 feet of 1 foot. And it was pretty good gold, but it's gone now. The whole deposit is gone. So anyway, so the cop showed up, I lost the deposit, and as I was packing my gear up, I put my yellow camera in a black case, put it on top of my black wetsuit on the shore, right over here. I was packing my backpack up, picked up my wetsuit top, tied it around my waist, and the camera went flying into the water. I didn't find this out till the next day, right? Camera's gone. Footage is gone. It was beautiful footage, man. Alex Jones would have loved it. Anti-cop stuff, right? Anyway, I was telling the deputy sheriff, I wanted to ask the state police, can I get an arrest warrant for the deputy sheriff and the property management guy? I said that right to him. That kind of stuff. I was hammering him, man, but you'll never see it because that Rogue River ate my camera. Anyway, long story short, the deposit is gone. Me and Chris are going to drop back to no man's land way down here by the rocks down there. It is neither the Bonanza deposit, it is neither his deposit, it is neither my former deposit, it is between the both. So I invited him back to start on a new deposit. We won't fight over it because it's like a new deposit. There's nothing to fight over. If we get good gold, we'll split it. If we don't get good gold, we'll split that too. Who cares, right? But he's back on the river and glad he's back here and we'll have fun. I tell you what, I don't miss the camera. I got another one. I missed that footage. That was priceless, man. Anyway, what can I do? Keep dredging. Got 3 more weeks left of the season. That's all I can do. Did I leave anything out? I don't think so. I was mad for 2. Oh! When I got home, this is day 1, right? The next day, my buddy back at camp, his 6-inch dredge got stolen. It's an $8,000 to $10,000 dredge, man. Got stolen. So I got harassed by the cops, lost my camera, lost footage. You know, Chris is sitting there doing other stuff, and my buddy got his dredge stolen. So there's only one dredge left between all of us, all 3 of us, which is fucked up, man. So I invited Chris back to come play on the river with me. He's glad to come back. What else we got?
You bet I am. Thanks, Alan, for inviting me back to come dredge on your dredge. Let's go find some gold together. Sucks having all that drama and hassle and our buddy getting his dredge stolen. That's for sure.
That's horrible. I didn't quite feel as bad about my camera being lost when he told me that. I was driving home. I was like, you know, I couldn't find my camera, man. I was texting him. He's like, that sucks. And then like 30 minutes later, he went down to his dredge. They cut a tree down like this big around to break his chain and took it. They took it right out of a boat ramp too. So 2 days of hell. That was Wednesday and Thursday. And then we took Friday off, and then today's Saturday. So, God, man. Anyway, we're going to dredge this pipe out because that was the reason the police came. And they tried to get me on the gas crap. Anyway, we're gonna clear this out because I promised the guy I would. The 2 police went up to the house and talked, and I talked to this guy named Ray. Really, he's actually a nice guy, but, you know, he could have come down and talked to me in private without the stinging police. He's actually a nice guy. We shook hands. I promised him we'd clear this out a little better because we were having trouble with the volume of water getting into the... And it literally goes about 1,000 feet on the other side of the river for 200 cows. So we're going to clear it for him because I promised him. He's actually a nice guy, but he's the one who called the police. And I'll tell you the attitude of this deputy sheriff. He whispered, after we got everything settled, just like 25 minutes into the video, I heard him whisper in this guy Ray's ear. He goes, "Do you still want to get him on trespassing? You think we get him on trespassing? This is state land here." I'm like, hey, I heard that. I had the camera in his face. Look, you're still trying to start trouble. And the state police guy over here, he's like, you just gotta settle down here. You know, this is state property here. Just blah, 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 blah. Settle down. He goes, Alan, settle down. Like my dad. You know? Anyway, we're gonna get back to work. I'm tired of yapping. I've told this story 20 times and I'm tired of telling it. The video would have told it to millions of people on YouTube, but it's in here somewhere. What can you do? Priceless video.